My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord, and I have another design team project for the Junk Journal Studio today. I've been working on this idea book for the Botanical collection from the Junk Journal Studio and making lots of little neat pieces of ephemera in here. I'll have a playlist linked below that you can check all of these out. This time I'm going to make this piece. I just have it paper clipped in here until I figure out how I want to fasten it on. But it's just a simple little, it looks like an envelope, but when you open it, it's a flip down writing space. And then what I decorated it with was a cluster using the kit. And I'm not going to show you the cluster today because I did exactly the same formula as another video that I made with the Junk Journal Studio, where I made, I think I called it 12 lovely clusters? 12 lovely clusters in 20 minutes. So I just did kind of a mass make, and I just took the different pieces, put them together, kind of had a little formula, and made clusters. So I made a bunch of those with this kit as well, off camera. But when you have these available, it's just so quick and easy just to stick one on, and you know, it's decorated and done. So I'm just going to show you how to make this simple little project. So I printed out pages from the Junk Journal Studio's Botanical collections. Let me just grab. Here it is. I started one here. So what I did is I took one of the pages, and each of the kits, the base kit and the add-on kits, have these 3-paneled sheets. I think Michelle refers to them as swatches. But you can do all kinds of neat things with these 3-paneled pocket pages. So I printed out some different ones to make this piece of ephemera. This was one from the add-on yellow kit. And then I trimmed off the borders. I colored the back with, I coffee dyed the back with my cotton ball trick, and let it dry, and then I cut it in half. So it's basically just an 8.5 by 11 cut in half horizontally, minus the yellow, minus the white borders. So it's not quite 4 inches wide, and it's about 10.25 inches long after I trimmed off the white borders, but whatever it works out to. So then what you want to do is just flip it over, and then I just take one side, doesn't really matter. I'll do this side just because it's different than this first one I did. And I'm just going to fold it on itself. I'm not going to crease it except for just the tiny tip here. I just want to mark the center. And I'm just going to mark the center with a little bit of my ink. And now I have a center point there. And then I'm just going to fold this down like I would fold an envelope. I like to fold both pieces together, because then you can kind of meet them in the middle and get it really nice and straight. Sometimes if you do one at a time, it gets a little bit wonky. So then I'm just going to glue these 2 flaps down. Maybe. So there's one, and the other one. All right, and then you just kind of reinforce that with your bone folder if you want a little bit. And then I want to fold this into 3. So I'm going to fold this down a little bit and see how it naturally has this these kind of fold lines here. I'm going to do it not quite to that fold line. Not quite to the, it's not a fold line, but not quite to the mark where the 3 papers are separated, because I want this to be the shortest part. And then I'm going to flip this bottom up to about within 1/2 inch, I think, about from the top. And I'm just going to put it on its side just so I can line up the sides really well and give it a crease. And you don't want this point going lower than this bottom. That's why I do this one a little bit less than the join. So you can see, I call it joins, but this is the digital joins on the paper. So you can see both of them on the back piece. So you just fold it over like that, and basically that is your piece. I've done this many times with different ways of doing them, different ways of putting them into my book. I often put this around a belly band. I'll see if I can dig one out and show you. Or I'll just show you how I do it. Okay, so I just inked all of that. Now if I was going to put it into a belly band, then I would just take a strip. Let me see what I have here for this will work. Okay, so this is just a strip, and I'll pretend that this is in my, I don't think I have a horizontal belly band or vertical belly band in here yet. So this is my belly band. And then what I do is I put this envelope over the belly band like this, and then I will fasten it on this side. So I'll put a Velcro dot on the bottom and fasten it here. And then it's attached to this belly band, but it's just, you know, you open it up and it's just kind of a really neat thing to stick into a belly band. So I'll probably do that actually when I put it into the idea journal, and then I'll have kind of two ideas in one. And then what I do is I just grab one of my clusters that I made. Like I said, I just did a little bit of a mass make with them. These ones are a slight bit too big, but I'll just trim them off, and then I think that will be perfect. So to put this on, I'm just going to glue. I don't want to glue on this part of the envelope, on that part of the faux envelope. So I'm just going to do on the tip here, and then I'm going to line this up where I would like it. I think, whoops, something like that. The clusters are not symmetrical, so it doesn't really have to be exact. And then I'll flip it over and trim these edges off. Make sure you don't trim off your fold there. If you're worried about that, you could just maybe draw a line and then cut it off before you just kind of pull it away and do it. And then once that's a little bit dry, I just kind of open it up and glue the rest of this on. And then you can just kind of pull it up and add a bit of glue here. And this is not, doesn't need to be super glued on. It's just a decoration. So, and then I'll just make sure that I have a bit of ink on the top and the bottom where I trimmed that off. And there is my decoration. So really neat. If I was doing it on the belly band, sideways, it doesn't matter if you did it sideways, you could do it sideways, the writing, but I have some clusters that I also made horizontally, so if you have a horizontal cluster, that would probably be better if you're doing it in that direction. But so there is another piece of ephemera. So thank you for watching. Blessings.